Hey, hi guys. This is Nitin. I'm starting a video series now. This is good opportunity for the learners who want to really learn central finance. So I'm starting with the FAQ sessions. We'll have few FAQ sessions in the form of videos, which you can of course listen on YouTube channel. And then after these sessions, once FAQs are done, we will consolidate a lot of questions in these sessions, and after that we will go to more detailed kind of sessions so that you can understand what central finance is, what is all about. Yeah. So this is session one. We'll cover around 8 to 10 questions. That's how it look like. So this is the first video of the video series focused on SAP CFIN learners, who are the people who want to really understand central finance, CFIN. Nothing technical. It is basically high level understanding. A lot of people have questions a lot of time in the project. What this can happen or this cannot happen? Can I do this in CFIN? What CFIN can do? How it looks like? So those questions will be answered here. And as I mentioned, we will cover around 8 to 10 questions every time. A very short 10 minutes video. You grab it, make your notes, and then similarly, I will come up with the next video with some few more questions. Yeah. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and share the video with your colleague, with your peers, as you feel. Uh, it's of course available on YouTube. You can keep liking and subscribing to the videos. So question number one: what is central finance? That's the first question everybody asks. When I even I when was I was learning, the first question came to my mind when I heard central finance. What is central finance? How this technology works? What it is all about within SAP? So central finance implementation approach allows customers to leave their existing systems unchanged and still benefit from harmonized data environment that support financial reporting, planning, and standardized corporate processes. It's a very broad definition. I'm sure you'll say, what is Chinese? No. So central finance is basically you in the diversified landscape. Any organization can have a number of ERP systems. One, it may be two, it may be 20, it may be 50, depending on the size of the organizations. And of course, it may be a mix of SAP and non-SAP systems. We never say, I have never seen any organization running only on SAP. So let's agree to this that yes, there are other ERPs as well available in the market and companies are using it. So what central finance is, you implement your S4HANA system, you activate only one component, central finance, and then you start data replication from your source system, be it SAP, be it non-SAP. And of course, we will learn in further videos how the data replication and other things work and what replication means. So at a high level, the replication is you post the data in your source system and it comes down to your central finance system, which is S4HANA. There you run your consolidated report. That's why it says financial reporting. You can, because since all your transaction data is available at one place, you can run your planning and from there you can run processes. So I will talk slowly and gradually. Don't jump onto conclusions with simple definition. Just try to grab understanding at a high level. Okay, so we'll go to the next question now. Next question is release. So that's a very important question. Everybody asks, okay, what's that? It's very common in software industry. Versions comes, release comes, bug fix happens. So how does the release work? So this process is started with 1603. When I say 1603, it's always first two digits are year and the last two digits are month. When I say 1603, it is March 2016. 1605, May 2016, then November 2015, and then after that SAP made it an annual process where every on-premise release comes annually, which came October 2016, and then September 2017, September 2018, September 2019, and now after 2019, there is a latest release in February, which is 1909, September 2019, the major release, and the minor version, which minor upgrades coming in is FPS1, which means Feature Pack Stack 1. So this is the latest release, and now we expect another release in September 2020, which is 2009. That will be added to this. So that's how the release plan works for it. And this is not for rental finance. This is for S4HANA. So it's like every year there is a release come from on-premise versions. For cloud versions, the release comes every quarter because cloud is managed by SAP. So it's less customer overhead. But if on-premise it's coming every quarter, it's very difficult for customers to upgrade the systems every quarter. So it's an annual process for the premise customers. Yeah. So that's the release plan, and that's how the future looks like, with more releases coming in every time the project and the product is getting matured. Next question: how source system is enabled? So we'll talk only about ECC first. Of course, if you see today ECC, and it does not mean that you bring your S4 HANA new system and you start replication without doing anything. Of course, there are processes, there are some nodes, some activities to be done in source system. In your, when I say source, it is ECC, which through which your transaction getting posted in ECC will be moving back to CFIN through middlewares. And what middlewares, we will talk in few future sessions. The number of nodes needs to be applied in the source system to technically enable the system to be connected to. And this is the master node. If you really need it, try to understand, okay, how many nodes, what are the nodes, does it impact my existing processes? So generally these nodes are only impacting in the CFIN namespace, that don't touch your existing core processes like AP, AR, GL, which is running in your ECC system. So it's safe to implement, but of course it is important to test. You never know what custom code you have written and what got broken. And but this is only for ECC. I will talk about non-SAP systems separate. Okay. Again, just a reminder: don't forget to like and subscribe. Very important. Next is, what is replicated? Okay, so now I say replication. Okay, just replication is coming in. Now question is, what is replicated? So all my accounting document from source system, all my when I say FI document, your customer payment, your invoices, your GL accounting documents, your cash accruals, your reversals, all those are posted in ECC. They are replicated. CO document, which are secondary posting. So in accounting, you say primary posting in a very traditional accounting way, and then in CO, like assessment distribution allocations, you are doing in your ECC systems, the core CO documents or secondary posting. Internal orders in your source system, if you create any internal order, those get replicated into CFIN. WBS elements, these are temporary cost objects. Activity types, yes, it is replicable in the latest release from 1909. It is replicable. But before that, no, it cannot be replicated. And then the last is the commitment. Commitment is if you create a purchase order, that's you made a commitment and it blocks your budget. So now in future, that commitment is also replicable into CFIN system. There are a lot of things which are not replicated. We will talk about them as we move on. But yes, it is important to understand what is replicated. Yeah. And as we move on to other sessions, I will talk about what tables, what are the technical limitations, how the replication happens. I will show you the screenshots. I will show you the system. What is not replicated? So these are, I have just listed the high level items. There are so many detailed items which are not replicated, but at the very high level, there are notes, noted items, which are like come as a notes to the balance sheet, does not have a real financial impact. Those are not replicated, and asset accounting document. This is very important. Any of your AF document, which is a depreciation, AA document, which is asset purchase, or any other asset related document like depreciation, as I mentioned, uh, asset sale, asset purchase, those are not replicated. So now you will say, if asset accounting documents are not replicated, then my reports are incomplete in S4. In a way, no. In a way, yes. So if you talk about subledger reporting, yes, it is not available in Central Finance or in S4 HANA for your accounting document, which is not replicated from source. But those documents are replicated in order at a GL level. So if you see your balance sheet and P&L at the GL level, yes, it is perfectly fine. All those documents which you post on ECC in accounting document, those get converted into GL documents, of course, through a configuration we have to do, and we will see later. But those get converted and those get posted into S4 system. If you talk about the standalone S4 HANA system, yes, there is a new asset accounting. It works fine, but the only limitation comes is that the data of accounting of the asset accounting document is, yeah. Okay, so when the replication happens, what is how if my document is in error? So standard application of application interface framework, which is I mentioned for the transactions like accounting documents, CO documents, and activity types, commitments. Of course, I will show you how this looks like. So AIF is an interface where you get all the errors and even the success messages you get. So you can easily view what company code, what source system, why it is failed. The standard errors are depicted there with the message number, text, details as purely standard SAP messages. So those are visible in AIF. It's a standard tool. Then there is a note listed for AIF configuration as well as what AIF is all about. For your information, you can go in and check through your S user ID. And other master data is it's in scope. So for example, when I say other master data is like customer, vendor, GL account, cost center, profit center. So those are not visible in AIF. The reason is that depends on organizational process, how you are replicating. So we will talk about master data separately, but yes, those master data replication is not part of standard SAP Central Finance replication. And when you implement CFIN, it is assumed that all your master data is replicated, is mapped, and on top of that, you are just replicating the transaction. Yeah. So that's AIF, the error handling tool. What about master data replication? So as we were talking about AIF, yes, master data, as I mentioned, customer, vendor, GL account, profit center, material, etc., is not replicated, but it is assumed as a part of your standard implementation methodology that somehow you are creating master data, creating mappings in the system. It's up to customer how to bring the master data from a different source system manually by some tool, using a custom solution, using a MDG. When I say MDG, it does not mean only SAP. There are a lot of applications in the market. So it can be SAP MDG, it can be non-SAP MDG. When I say MDG, master data governance as a process, not as a tool. So don't take it that it's like SAP tool. I'm saying it can be anything, but it has to be something, or it can be manual process depending on size and nature of organization, how organization is designed and looking forward for this product. But yes, master data replication, master data presence is prerequisite before you load your transaction data, because it works in a similar way. You post an accounting document, but it will give you error at the debit side itself saying GL account does not exist. So you cannot put anything which you feel unless the data exists in the tables. It's a very same standard process. Let's go to next. Can we replicate settlement rules assigned to cost objects? So this is a very kind of detailed question. Yes, it is detailed, and the importance is because we just talked about the cost object. We talked about internal orders. We talked about WBS elements. So of course, in your ECC system, you can have a whole lot of settlement rules because you are settling as a part of your. You are doing assessment, distribution. You are moving the cost, allocating the cost for example, facility cost to the departments like marketing, say marketing and IT, HR, finance. That's a basic example. But settlement rules are not replicated as a part of the product. Of course, you have a customized, but with the standard way, it is not replicable. I'll show you in other videos how it looks and how it works. Does CFIN replicate logistic documents? It's very important question. As the product says central finance, initially there was no plan that central finance will have more document, but yes, central finance replicate a subset of certain logistics object data into accounting view tables. It does not replicate your purchase order directly, but there is an accounting view of logistics data. It's kind of AVL, through which the following objects are currently catered, or I would say visible or viewable. Part of scope of this particular AVL, accounting view of logistics data, which means purchase order, supplier invoice, which are a vendor invoice, sales order, and a customer invoice. So both type of orders and both type of invoice are visible in not directly replicable, or you can say, okay, I created a PO in ECC and it will simply move with a different PO number to S4. That doesn't happen. The same PO is visible with a different view. Of course, it requires additional configurations, additional work. And also, I would say one more point here. If you have any questions on CFIN, please post in the comments in the video. for sure, I will consider it in the next sessions, and I will keep you updated on how what would be the answer to your question. It may not be very detailed. Just ensure that I understand your question, what you are trying to ask. Put the question, and I will try to answer in upcoming videos. Yeah. So feel free to take it as a kind of a free training session. You keep post your question, and I will answer that question from the comment section in next video. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and share as much as you want, so that you and your peers get benefit out of it. Before I close this video, just a preview. uh, this these are the topics which I'm going to touch in next coming video, which will is coming very soon. So that's why I said subscribe and press the bell icon on the channel, so that as soon as I load the video, you get an alert. So I will talk about what architecture CFIN behaves, what is SLT, how the data replication works, what is mapping. I was talking in few questions: mapping, master data mapping. What is mapping, how it looks like, what are the types of mapping within CFIN, what is initial load. These are the new topics which are coming in. Replication I was talking, but I will share a detailed definition of mapping. Master data, why it is needed, why it is important. uh, how source system will be managed when new GL is active and is not active. You can have a scenario where new GL is not active in ECC, or sometime it may be active. So what should be done? It's a two different cases. Is central finance supporting industry specific functionality? I will talk about this, as well as model company. This is a very interesting topic. I have a blog as well on this topic, model company central finance. It's available on blog.sap.com. You can search by my name, or search by the wildcard entry like search terms. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Yes, be ready for these questions, and I will answer more questions like this, along with the question which you are sending. You are going to send me. Yeah, I will answer all those. So that's all I have for today. Stay tuned, and my second video for with these questions and answers is coming soon. So have a great day. Enjoy reading. Thank you.